All right, Charger fans, welcome to Game 2 of this district playoff doubleheader. Your Heritage Hall Chargers were able to beat Madill Wildcats 7-1 in Game 1. This one here for Game 2, Madill will be the home team. Your Chargers will be the visiting team. We got Max Hardberger is going to be our Fuzzies feature player. Pope, why don't you tell us a little bit about Max?
Max is a senior. Don't have this, hold on. Yeah, so he's a senior captain. He is a whole field hitter with great power, and he loves to go fishing with his dad, Brett.
That's awesome. Max is a good kid. Like we said, he's got a chance to reach the top 5 in the doubles, career doubles. And I just heard an announcement from PA announcer Justin Evans that his grandparents have never missed a game.
Good
That's
for
awesome.
Max. That's some family
You gotta
support.
love that. You gotta love that. But all right, since we're the visitors, Pope, let's go ahead and get into our batting lineup. There's a few changes from the graphic because Coach Seymour made a few last-minute decisions. But Pope, why don't you give us the batting order for the Chargers?
Yeah, so batting first as a designated hitter is Colby Lewis. Then we've got batting second. That matches up. We've got Jake LaForce as left fielder. We've got looks like Jackson Jobe batting third, playing shortstop. Looks like we've got
the Flow Bros.
The Flow Bros looking for
Landry Kyle.
Yeah, Landry Kyle there playing second base.
Yep, the feature player Max Hardberger is playing center field. Bowen Bridges first base. Gannon Allen will be batting seventh and playing right field. The pitcher Brigham Evans will be batting eighth, and freshman Nick Keith playing second base is batting ninth. So we are underway, Game 2. If Chargers can win this one, they will clinch the district and move on to the regionals. Sorry to put you in that position there, Pope. We went down for a little. We went down for a game dog and came back a little flustered, you know. We are underway. Let's see who we got on the hill for the Wildcats. That is number 2, Brett McDaniel. He was one of the bright spots. Had a couple hits in Game 1. There's Colby with an early base hit.
Right there for Colby.
Gotta love that to start off the game. Coach Freeman, Xavier Freeman, had the tractor out. He's got it all raked. Field's looking pristine as always. Should be a fun game too.
On Game 1, there was a lot of base stealing going on for the Chargers. I'll be kind of interested to see if we continue that theme in this game, Brett.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine that we'll stay aggressive, really put pressure on the Wildcats again. I wouldn't be surprised if we start right here with Colby trying to steal. Jake LaForce, the lefty, senior, up to the plate.
Batting .320 on the season.
Yeah, Jake had a good first game. I believe he reached base every time he was at bat. The first baseman, Nixon, pitched a complete game. The score didn't really dictate his pitching as there were 10 errors by the Wildcats. And we got another one right here.
Ball got away from him.
And Colby's able to take second easily on the pass ball. Oh-1 count, no outs. Colby Lewis on second. Jake LaForce at the plate. Chargers trying to put early pressure again on the Wildcats. That one high and away for ball one. As you can probably hear through our microphones, the wind has kicked up. It still is out of the north. So it will be interesting. That one's going on top of the Stevenson.
Yeah, looking here at his Jake's career stats, he looks to be a career 300 batter.
Yeah, Jake's had a solid career at Heritage Hall.
Sure has.
As I said, key contributor on the basketball team as well. Always a happy kid. He's a good leader. He does a good job with this team. 1-2 count. That one right back up the middle. Good play there from the shortstop.
Advancing the runner. The runner on third in scoring position now.
That's Case Coble. I apologize for the first game if we were pronouncing that incorrectly, but we want to try to get that right. Case Coble with a solid play over there at short for out number 1. Does advance Colby Lewis to third base. Bringing up the first of 2 Flow Bros, Jackson Job, the shortstop. I know Jackson reached 3 times in the previous game, but all on error, so I imagine he's trying to get some hits in this one.
As a good hitter, that you don't like that, Brett.
Yeah, he's a competitor too, so I know he wants to get some hits in this one.
Yeah.
Got a good chance here to take the early lead once again. Colby takes a good lead from third. That one high and inside for ball 2. 2-0 count, 1 out.
Pitch there by
in the inside corner, it looked like. I'm sure this might take a minute to get used to because he's throwing with a completely different velocity than
he's
the pitcher in the first game.
Right-handed, he's throwing quite a bit harder than the pitcher in the first game.
Colby makes him uncomfortable over there, gets the balk, so the Chargers get one across the plate, 1-0.
I didn't see what he did.
Colby was, moving around, doing what he did, made him uncomfortable, and brought the ball away from his glove, went back, so got the balk. So it's 1-0 to the Chargers. Two is the count, 1 out. Your Chargers leading 1-0. Oh, and that one hits Jackson in the left foot.
Looks like he's okay. Trotting on down. Flowbro number 1.
Flowbro number 1, followed by Flowbro number 2.
That's right.
Landry Kyle. Landry had a solid game 1. Made some great plays in the field. It's nice to have those 2 in the middle of the infield for you.
Oh, yeah. Make a good team back in safe there on the attempted pick. I think they might have learned their lesson last game with all the steals we had. See if that stops Job at all, though.
Oh, 1 count, 1 out. Job at first. Landry Kyle at the plate. Throws back to Jackson again. They're definitely thinking about him. Little hit and run.
There we go. He's going for third.
And he
He's
don't
gonna be
even
in there
get thrown.
safely.
And good base running from Landry.
That's the way
Not
to-
sure what the right fielder was doing there, but Jackson's easy into third. Landry walks into second.
Yeah, Brady took advantage of a pretty poor throw from the Madill right fielder there.
Yeah, he's not very happy with himself out there. But that'll bring up our Fuzzies feature player, Max Hardberger. See if Max can get a base rip here and drive in two. Jackson at third, Landry at second. One out. In game 2 of the doubleheader, your Chargers took game 1 7-1.
Max with 11 doubles on the season.
Yeah, that wind's really kicking up.
It is. They got the outfield way in.
Way in. Like you said, though, if you can hook one out to left,
Oh yeah,
you never know.
That'd be trouble for him.
Oh, Max tries to bunt. I think he took off towards first before he got the bunt down.
Little drag bunt.
Look at that, Pope. You got to love it. You got a little soccer, little tykes out there conditioning.
Oh yeah.
Start them young. I love it. One count, one out.
A little bit high.
Out in the dirt. Good job there by the catcher.
We got a 3-1 count, hitters count.
That one popped up right over here towards first base. And out of play for strike 2.
The wind helped us out there again, Brett. Took it
Yeah, I
out.
think so. All right, the count is full, Pope.
Great RBI opportunity here for Max.
He's battling.
Keep on battling. I think Max is about due for double number 12 here. See a big opening out there in left center, Brett. So get 2 RBIs.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Max is a pretty stout-looking fella, Brett.
Yeah,
he
Max is a
could
good athlete.
lift some weight, I'm sure.
Yeah, he does a good job in the weight room.
That is
It's gonna
going
be
foul.
again.
Out of play.
Putting some wood on the ball, but can't keep it between the lines right now. Yeah, if you're behind, if a righty's behind a pitch today, it's gonna be hard to keep it in play as the wind is blowing in and off the left for the batter. Good eye there.
Oh, good eye.
That's gonna load the bases for the first baseman, Bowen Bridges.
Big at bat for the sophomore here. Great opportunity to put a few more on the board. Brett McDaniel, the Madill pitcher, he's bringing some gas.
He sure is. Bowen,
Might
that's
be a
coming
nice
hard
little
away
in.
from. They got 3 conversion. It
It's
gets down.
Oh wow!
And it's just out of the infield. That's That is a. That's going to score 2.
I think that's a hit also.
Yeah, that's a hit, absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, the 3 Wildcats converge, and it fell right in between them.
That just takes a routine fly ball, the wind, and makes it a pretty much impossible play today.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, the left
Now,
fielder and the center fielder had a ways to go, and the second baseman, that's running. That's a tough play right there. But a third hit for the Chargers, and 2 runs are plated there to make it 3-0.
The outfielder who came up with it, though, he did come up throwing, and he threw it away. So probably should have gone to second or third base with that.
Yeah, he could have easily gone to second for the force out.
Drag bunt, see if that scores a run.
Oh
And
my goodness, it does.
Another error.
Like you said, though,
Putting pressure on him.
that's freshman Gannon Allen putting the bunt down.
There we go.
But another error for Madill. It's kind of been the story of the day. It's another run across the plate for the Chargers as Max Hardberger scores. Gannon is able to take second as well with the error.
I think that is a key to victory for us, Brett, all day. It's that small ball and just keeping the pressure on him.
I'll tell you what is also nice is to see a bunch of freshmen and sophomores in this lineup.
Oh, yeah.
So it's, the future's bright. This is the pitcher, Brigham Evans. Good eye there inside. Another one.
Might be a pass ball. That didn't seem like that bad of a pitch.
Yeah, that's 2 that the catchers missed so far. And that's 5 early runs for the Chargers. Runner on third, 2 balls, 1 out to Brigham.
Nice rip.
Good cut there, he wanted that one. It's got to be nice as a pitcher when you haven't even seen the mound yet and you've already got a 5-run lead, Pope.
Gives you a little bit of confidence when you go out there, Brett.
Good eye there.
Off the high stuff.
3-1 count, 1 out. Gannon Allen is on third. Brigham Evans, the pitcher, is at bat. Good pitch there from McDaniel.
You know, I feel like a lot of the Charger batters have been pretty dialed in on McDaniel. A lot of foul balls and ropes that have gone foul, but let's see what happens here.
Good eye there.
I'd look for the Chargers as the innings continue to get dialed in on this guy.
So 1 out. Runners are on the corner for another freshman, Pope, number 29, Nick Keith. Nick's playing third base today, or in the second game of the doubleheader, as Brigham moved from third to pitcher. Tell you what, Pope, this guy, he might not be big in stature, but he's tough. He's another one of our football guys. And
there we go, nice little drag bunt. Back to the pitcher. Looks like we might have a little pickle on our hands here. And that's tagged him out. That's not getting 2 pickles, guys. Back to first base. Everything is settled down now. Runners on first and second.
Yeah, he got the bunt down, but again, it was right back to the pitcher, and he was able to get Gannon in the pickle. They were able to get him out.
All the way back to the top of the lineup, Brett.
That's a good sign when you're batting around in the first inning, Pope. Got a runner on first and second. See if Colby can get another base hit here.
Like he caught that on the handle?
Yeah, he was trying to check that, and yeah, hit the handle. So 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Chargers up 5-0 in this top half of the first. That one high for ball 1. Ooh, Colby
All right, big hack.
reaching for that one. I think he made up his mind he was swinging at that one before it came. You can tell he's laughing.
See what the old sophomore sensation can do here. Ball.
Good rip there. Just gets held up. Flies it out to right for out number 3, but the damage is done as the Chargers get 4 hits and 5 runs in the top half of the first, really putting the Madill Wildcats under pressure early. Already down 1 game in this doubleheader in the district playoffs, Pope. All right, Charger Vision would like to say thank you to one of our most exciting sponsors, Heyday Entertainment. It's jam-packed with family fun, a bi-level laser tag arena with bridges and ramps, mini golf, rope course, arcade, and pizza. Visit them in Lower Bricktown or Norman and watch the game the Heyday way. Shout out to another amazing sponsor, Energy FC Soccer. Kick it with the city's best soccer team. Single game season tickets are available at 235-KICK or online at energyfc.com. Energy had a big win on Saturday, Pope.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. My man Cody Lorendi had a huge save late in the game to preserve the 1-0 shutout. But
Hey,
all right, moving into the bottom half of this first, Pope. Heritage Hall, like I said, in the districts, you rotate who's home and away. So the Chargers are the away team. So why don't you tell us the defensive lineup, Pope?
Yeah, so we've got Brigham Evans pitching. We've got Caden Williams playing catcher.
Caden Wells.
Caden Wells. We've got Nick Keith playing third base. Jackson Job, Flowbro number 1, playing shortstop. Who do we have over there at second?
Second base is Landry.
Yeah. Landry Kyle at second base.
Little change up in the lineup.
Flowbro number 2. Looks like Bowen Bridges over there at first. Jake LaForce out in left field. We've got the Fuzzies feature player of the game, Max Hardberger, in center field. And finally, we've got Connor Keith in right field.
No, it's Gannon Allen out there in right.
Gannon Allen in right field.
Yeah, Coach Seymour kind of juked us, made some last-minute changes to the lineup. But, yeah, that'll be Gannon Allen out there in right. But, Pope, as you went through that, like I said earlier, I can count sophomore, freshman, sophomore, freshman,
Very young
sophomore,
team.
sophomore. It's pretty good.
Know, to be expected. You got after you graduate a bunch of seniors, I think, like we did last year. Yeah, it's good to see a new generation coming in.
Absolutely. There's Brigham coming in, strike 1.
Looks like Brigham has she's got
Strike 2.
25 strikeouts on the year, Brett. It's pretty impressive.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely expect that from Brigham. Was able to coach him in football, and he's a competitor for sure.
Yeah, and all as a freshman.
Ooh. Looks like that maybe just hung just a bit for ball 1. Like we said, anything that's going that way is going to blow. Oh, that one, we got a car.
Got a car.
Just hate to see it. Hate to see it. That's a dangerous area to park today with this wind. There's no doubt about it. That one hit to Jackson Job, who scoops it up and fires it to first for out number 1.
Yep.
Smooth
Par
operator.
for the course for Jackson. He has just made clockwork out of those things today, Brett.
Yes, he has. He does a good job over there. He certainly looks the part.
Now batting number 4, Case Coble.
That'll bring up number 4, Case Coble. That's a hard hit one right to Jackson, who scoops, throws to first.
Ooh, pulled him off.
Oh, pulls him off. Pulls him off.
Kind of came up making it. Ball took a funny hop. He fielded it nicely, but yeah, Yeah, unfortunately, he kept on running when he was throwing it and just pulled that first baseman off a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be E6.
That's kind of an awkward play as a shortstop, Brett. You're not sure if you need to stop, step and throw, or if you just need to keep on running through it, and sometimes they get away from you.
Yeah, he'll be mad at himself there, but see if we can get a ground ball and make up for it in one fell swoop. There we go, fouled off towards the lower school again. A 1 count, 1 out. Runner on first. Reached on an error. Just inside for ball 1 as the pitcher Brett McDaniel is up at the plate for Madill. Good pitch there from Bragg.
Painting that outside corner. It's a tough pitch to hit there, Brett.
And Pope, like you said, the one thing I can notice is the Charger pitchers might take a look at the runners, but they are focused on what they're doing.
Right.
Whereas Madill is concerned very much. And nice strikeout there from Brigham.
Up with the heat.
Now coming to the plate,
The freshman phenom, Brigham,
Oh, yeah.
throwing smoke.
That's going to bring up Ethan Nixon. He was the pitcher in the last game, playing first base for the Wildcats in game 2. Hard hit ball foul down the third base line. A 1 count, 2 outs. Runner on first. Throws over there to first, keep him honest. Ooh, just a little high as the umpire signals.
A little more discipline out of Madill. They were chasing that stuff a lot last game, Brad.
Yes, they were. 1-1 count. A little off-speed pitch looked like.
Hung that up there a little bit, though.
Yep.
Nice base knock.
All right, Madill has their first base hit of the game. Runners on first and second as we bring up number 10, Aaron Van, the left fielder. If I'm not mistaken, the only lefty in the Wildcat lineup.
now batting number 10, Aaron
But
Van.
bunch of force outs available to our infielders here.
Good block there. Good job, Caden. Made sure to get his body down in front of that one so the runner can't advance to third. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first. The Chargers picked up 5 runs in the top half of the first inning. Good pitch there for strike 1. Good pitch.
Golly. Tell you what, he does not look like a freshman out there on the mound, Brett.
No, he does not.
Only time he's gotten himself in some trouble is when he left an off-speed pitch a little bit up in the zone. That fastball, though, is working for him.
Looks like we're getting some new balls in the game. I think.
Looks like it might have caught the umpire there, that foul ball. Right in the leg.
Stretching that out a little.
Might leave a mark.
All right, back to action. Two count, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Chargers leading 5-0.
Like to see him stick with that fastball here, Brett. Just blow the doors off of it.
He does it just a little low. Makes the count full.
Runner's arm moving. Foul ball.
Good pitch, man. Hangs in there. Runners were moving. Runners going. Landry.
Easy play at first base there.
Well done.
Nice job.
Well done.
Smooth as silk.
Yep. They threw one complete. Your Chargers picked up 5 in the top half of the first and lead this bad boy 5-0 in game 2. We'll be back after this commercial break.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat.
The world's finest automobiles, featured at Oklahoma City's finest dealership, Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. During the grand opening event, lease a new 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 SUV for $459 a month. Mercedes-Benz luxury in a new location. It's the grandest of openings.
Hi, I'm Todd Bondy, operating partner at Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City, and I'd like to personally invite you to the grand opening of our brand new state-of-the-art facility in Edmond off the Broadway Extension.
All right, welcome back to Stadium 11 for this Game 2 of the district playoff doubleheader. Your Chargers are the visiting team today, so we're in this Game 2 as we enter the top half of the second inning. Chargers picked up 5 in the first, Pope, and lead this thing 5-0. What are you thinking so far?
We've gotten off to a pretty fast start, but also a lot of kind of small ball, putting the pressure on them, Brett.
Absolutely. A lot of the same as the last game. Aggressive base running and a couple mistakes from Madill. Jake LaForce rips one right up the middle.
That's a base knock right there.
See, that's Jake right there. That's Jake's game. He might not be the flashiest dude, but he gets on base and does the important stuff for the team.
Happen.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Jackson Job.
Jackson batting .368 on the season. He's got 4 triples. He's scored 30 times also.
That one high for ball 1. One-0 count. Jake LaForce on first. Jackson Job at the plate.
That's going to be
that might drop.
That is in there.
Yep, it's in.
That's a base knock.
A little blooper, but it's a hit.
I will
Looks
say
the same in the stat book, Pope.
It sure does. Chargers have been playing the wind to their advantage today, Brett.
Absolutely, they have. But once again, off to a fast start in this inning, putting Madill under pressure. Got 2 good base runners out there. Let's bring up Landry Kyle, the second baseman.
Taking a first strike there.
Strike 2. Oh, 2 count. Runners on first and second for Landry.
Let's see Landry put that 408 batting average to work here, Brett. And there
Oh,
it
that
is.
is
That's
ripped.
what we've been
That's what
talking
we've been
about
looking
all
for.
day. Get going. Go. That is.
Oh, that is
Off
hammered.
the
and
reservation.
that is gone.
Wind didn't have much of an effect on that one. That ball was smoked.
In the words of the Gap Band, you dropped a bomb on me, baby. Big time hit from Landry. Like you said, just put a little hook on it, and that's out there in the Fixley Forest, as I like to call it.
Yep.
That was roped.
I thought it was called Van Cleef Valley back there.
No, that's this area right here by just in the
okay.
short of the
Just
infield.
past second base. Okay, yeah.
That was absolutely smoked by Landry. A 3-run homer, and that puts your Chargers up 8-0 with no outs in the top half of the second inning.
That brings into play center fielder number 15, Max Hardberger.
It brings up our Fuzzies feature player, Max Hardberger.
There was never a doubt on that one, Brett.
No, that was a missile. Five hits and 8 runs so far for the Chargers. Just high there. 2 balls. Good eye again from Max, as that one is high again. 3 balls, no strikes, no outs. Four pitches and a base on balls. I think Landry's laser to left has rattled McDaniel a little bit, Pope.
Well, and I also think that, just the way McDaniel throws, I mean, he brings some heat, but the Chargers, it seems to suit their eye a little bit better, and
I could see
they're
that.
starting to lock in.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Bowen Bridges. Ooh, that's a little
Get back
closer,
in there.
a little closer than expected there. High and inside for ball 1. Oh, that one is in the dirt, and Max will take second easily. So 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Hardberger on second, Bowen's at the plate, and your Chargers are up 8-0 in the top of the second. High again, that is 7 straight balls for McDaniel. I would imagine that we're probably going to take this one. Make him throw a strike, right, Pope? And he does.
And
there
he
it is.
does.
3-1 the
Still on
count.
a strong hitters count, Brett. That's a tough play. No, right to him.
Yep, good hop.
All right,
Solid,
moving him on up.
solid play there by the third baseman, number 11.
Thought he might catch that. It might be a little chopper with a tough bounce, but he was fortunate. It went right to him.
Yeah, set up for him perfectly. So that's 1 out, but it does advance Max Hardberger to third. Looks like Gannon Allen's at the plate. Reached on a bunt in the first inning.
Looks like Gannon does have 8 RBIs on the season.
Gannon's he's another good little athlete for a freshman. He was a good little football player in middle school, too.
Yeah.
Haven't given up on him. Still try to get him out there. Ooh, that one is low and away, and
Make it
Max is going to
9.
stand up. That's 9-0 for your Chargers. Yeah, McDaniel's getting a little down on himself, I think. Good pitch there.
Yep. It's like he called time right there in the middle of his motion. Shortstop, routine play. It's like 2 outs.
Yeah, 2 outs. Good play there from the shortstop. Case Kubel. That'll bring up the pitcher, Brigham Evans. So 2 outs. Nobody on.
Swing there by Brigham.
9-0.
Brigham has been dialed in today. Let's see if he can get a base knock here.
Brigham takes time. That one high and inside for ball 2. That one in the dirt for ball. I believe it's 3-1.
I think so.
I think the dugout score is asleep.
Well, it might be 3-1 now. See what the freshman phenom can do here. Talked to Brigham's dad, and he is throwing at 15 years old, right around 85 miles an hour. That's pretty impressive.
Got some smoke. That's 20 miles faster than you ever threw it, right?
I think so. And easy hop there for the shortstop.
Good
Pretty
scoop
nice
there.
pick there by the first baseman.
Well, again, another solid inning for the Chargers. They get 4 more in the top half of the second and lead this contest 9-0 in the middle of 2. Pope, why don't you tell us a little bit more about some Charger sports, or tell us about the Summer at the Hall program. A lot of great opportunities.
Yeah, so Summer at the Hall registration is now open. Don't miss your chance to enroll at heritagehall.com/summer. In addition to plenty more athletic camps, you'll find courses for upper school credit and a variety of engaging educational enrichment classes perfect for Chargers of all ages. Visit heritagehall.com/summer for more information or to sign up.
Let's thank a couple more of our sponsors. Charger Vision would like to thank longtime sponsor Mercedes-Benz of OKC for their support. Visit them downtown or online at mercedes-benzofokc.com. Mercedes-Benz of OKC, the best or nothing. A huge thank you to Stanley's Graduation Services, offering Jostens products and conveniently located in Edmond. For all of your high school grad needs, class rings, letter jackets, announcements, and championship rings, celebrating moments that matter. Stanley's Graduation Services. They do a great job. Luckily, I've been able to work with Matt quite a bit in the last few years.
Yep.
They do an awesome job for our kids and able to, cherish memories for a long time with that hardware.
I'll tell you what, Brett, right now it's important for Heritage to stay dialed in. Just, we've got a big lead early in the game, but we've got to remember this is a district match, and, you got to stay focused.
Absolutely. It's the postseason. You gotta play with that mentality, because even if Madill doesn't come back, you want to keep that mentality rolling, really build the momentum as you move into the regionals.
Yep. Well, let's see if Brigham can keep the ball rolling here.
All right. That's Cody Tweedy. Fouls off the first pitch back there towards the lower school again. If I recall correctly from the first game, Cody struggled with some of those high pitches from. That's a grounder
that might get him
to
out of
Landry.
sorts, though.
Oh, he got him.
And he got him.
A little
First baseman got a little out of position there, but it worked out.
He sure did. It worked out, and he was able to get his foot on the bag. Kind of intercepted it from Brigham there, but hey, an out's an out.
Brigham had the batter confused for sure. Kind of reaching at that one. It wasn't a very well hit ball. It was just in an awkward place. Yeah.
I imagine Coach Seymour would prefer that. He knows Landry's going to make that play.
Yep.
Ooh, a little off speed and hangs a little bit high.
Now's a good time for him to work on keeping that off speed down in the zone. That's
good pitch there to Jason Queen, the designated hitter.
Madill had a pretty solid hit earlier, and it was on an off speed pitch that was left up in the zone. There we go. Jammed him up right there. What a play.
Good scoop there from Bowen.
Nice off-balance throw out there.
Feel he made it a little more difficult than he needed to.
Yeah.
Maybe, but hey,
it
looked good.
Yeah. Being a flow bro.
That's part of it. Yeah, you got to have that swag going.
Yep.
Oh, that one must have just missed.
Just outside, maybe a little bit low.
Good pitch, hit hard to Landry. Yep. Makes it look easy.
Smooth.
Out number 3.
Smooth.
So we are through 2 complete. Your Heritage Hall Chargers lead the Madill Wildcats 9-0. We will be back after this commercial for the 3rd inning. Didn't get enough caffeine in today. We need to sponsor next year.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Charger fans, welcome back to Stadium 11 for the 3rd inning of this 2nd game of the doubleheader in the district playoff matchup. Your Heritage Hall Chargers, who are the visiting team in Game 2, lead the Madill Wildcats 9-0 through 2. Pope, what's been the key so far?
I think got a couple different themes going on here, Brett. I think the first to me is the freshman phenom, Brigham, pitching.
Yeah, he looks good
He's
up there.
shutting them out up there right now. But then obviously we had a nice 3-run jack.
Yeah.
That was out of sight, out of mind the second to hit the bat. Yeah, I think that's about it.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, that was absolutely hammered by Landry. All right, we've got freshman Nick Keith leading off the top half of the third inning for your Chargers. Nick reached on a bunt his first time at the plate. Takes ball 1 in the dirt. Yeah, McDaniel has had trouble finding the zone, Pope, and he's kind of missing all over the place. High, low, left, right.
Right there on the end of the bat.
Unlucky off the knob there.
Goes right off the very end of the bat.
And old Nick, he's his hardest critic for sure. But he's a tough little kid. But that'll bring up the top of the order. Colby Lewis for his third at bat of this ball game, Pope.
Third at bat, and we are in the third inning.
Yeah, if you can get a at bat every inning, then you're doing something.
Setting
right.
up for success.
Colby takes that one outside.
I think McDaniel's bringing 80, 82, 83, and that really is just a nice speed. If you can get locked in on it, the Chargers have this game. It can work out well for your hitting.
Yeah, ball 2 in the dirt. Oh, that one, a little chin music for Colby.
McDaniel is not pleased with that.
I know Colby's first love is baseball, but he's fun to watch him in football as well.
Yeah.
I expect some good things out of him this coming season.
All right.
That one in there for strike 1.
It's just a 3-1. We got a good hitters count here, Brett.
Good eye from
He's
Colby.
ready to get on base. Like it when you see guys hustle down like that after they get a walk.
Now batting left fielder, number 4.
I got a little grief for giving Xavier some, grief in the first game. So he looked he had a little more hitch in the giddy up there.
Yeah.
He looked like a college baseball player right there.
He sure did.
I like that. All right, Jake LaForce, the lefty, up to the plate. Having another solid ball game so far. Just outside for ball
The way you kind
1.
of described him last inning seems correct. He seems like a real practical player. Solid base knocks, gets on a lot.
Yeah, he does what needs to be done for the betterment of the team. Good eye there. Ball 2. Colby Lewis on first. 1 out. Jake LaForce at the plate.
And I'll tell you what, you can see it in a couple of his stats. I mean, he's got a 400 on-base percentage.
Looks like Colby maybe
Back
slipped
in
a little
there,
bit.
Colby.
Oh,
words there
see?
between.
Colby's a little.
Yeah.
He's a little firecracker sometimes. A man of my
Over out
own,
of
my own heart there.
Sophomore gentleman.
Oh, and now he gets a hard slap tag
he
there,
does.
so he's not he's not happy.
He's off to a lead. He's clapping.
I think he's going.
He's wanting to. He's trying to draw attention. That's probably good right now, getting in the pitcher's head.
But like we said earlier, they're more worried about the base runners than the batters, and that's usually not a good sign.
It has been a consistent theme in both games, Brett. High
One in
zone
there
strike.
for
That's
strike 1.
a little on the high side, but see if he can get the one he wants here.
Back
Another
again.
check on Colby.
I know it's part of the game, but I feel like there's got to be a limit on throwovers here. I mean, some baseball purists will get on to me for that one, but come on now.
I think you should be able to throw it over there as many times as you want, Brett.
Okie dokie. Hey, and I'm not biased. I think that college football games are way too long too. Let's get those things moving, okay? I don't need 4 hours of anything, unless it's golf.
And that's check number 22.
And here we go again.
Brett, I'm starting to agree with you.
And that one, he threw over there too many times. It was a balk, and he'll move to second base. All right, let's see.
I really do think you said it, though. I mean, they are just paying way too much attention to these Charger base runners.
Yeah. I mean, I get it from the first game, but, you know, once you're down 9-0, I'd be worried about getting some outs on the – Colby about halfway to third there. Ball 4.
Colby is playing some games with him out there, and I think that
to be honest, I'd forgot.
He's taking advantage of it. He needs to.
To be honest, I'd forgotten about the count to Jake. I didn't realize that was ball 4 because I hadn't seen a pitch in 10 minutes. All right, here we go. Jackson Job up to the plate. Runners on first and second.
Lost in the mystery of baseball, Brett.
I'll tell you what, though, this is my favorite level of baseball by a long shot.
It is fun to watch.
One high and
there
inside.
There he goes. Colby looks like he's taking that, and he's going to score.
That'll make it 10.
And the theme, I mean, they're just putting the pressure on him. And
Colby, easy on Jackson's hand there. He was fired up about that one.
He was ready to score. I think there was a little bit of a grudge there from the amount of times he got checked over at first base, and I think he is happy to get home.
Well-deserved seat in the dugout. All right, runner on second. Chargers lead 10-0. Jackson Job at the plate. That one in there for strike 1. See if he can take after the lead of his flow bro and rope one out there to left.
Rope one to left. I think there are a few moments, though, where the wind is dying down just a little bit.
Yeah, you say that. It's
And
just
here it
blowing.
comes again.
It's just blowing
Never mind.
a little more directly out of the north now than it was earlier. Oh, you could tell he wanted that one.
He was going for it.
He certainly was.
Just pulled his head off of it a little bit there. Kind of looked a lot like I used to, Brett. What a big swings and misses.
That one's hit high.
Skied out to right center.
Hang.
Not going to advance a runner there.
All right, that is out number 2. It's going to bring up Landry Kyle, the second baseman. Last time we saw him bat, he put one way out there into left.
Hit a missile.
That might have crossed
Out
the
into-
creek that's back there.
Out into Tyler Fixley Forest.
Yeah, baby. That guy could rake.
He could. He was kind of the original big-time ball players here.
He was. Him and Derek Conte, some of those
Yeah.
guys. Oh,
And
Landry.
he is on it, dialed
Yes,
in.
he is. Yeah, that 99 team had a lot of those guys. Like we said, Derek Peak. I saw JT Glomset over there. Graham Colton.
Yep.
A lot of good players back on that squad.
Heard a lot of stories about those guys from Kelly Allen, and just they all approach
Paul
the
Long.
game. And yep,
Oh, yeah.
Paul Long. Yep.
Johns Hopkins legend.
And all-around freak athlete.
Yep. That's the thing. And most of those guys I talked about, they were part of that 98 football team, the 99 championship team.
God, that is smoked. He is dialed in this game. That's going to be an RBI.
Yep.
I
Jake.
think is 4 RBIs
Yep.
for Kyle.
Four ribbies in 3 innings. That's pretty good. 11-0 Chargers.
We're now kind of what is that run? Was it 12 after 4?
It's 12 through 4.
Yeah.
Yes. So no matter what, we got another.
Yeah, we are approaching that though. See if the Chargers can keep the pressure on.
Yep, that'll bring up our feature player, Max Hardberger.
The Fuzzies feature player.
Fuzzy
Brett.
feature player. Sorry, Brian. Chop to
That'd be a
third and be
foul ball.
foul.
Hustling through. I don't think Max knows that was a foul ball.
Yep, he
Yep.
just asked X. Is that a foul ball?
Yeah, I guess the wind is still blowing down there. You can't hear anything with the helmet on.
I like that. Want to dig it out?
I'd like to see Max add to his doubles of total, Brett. See
You're
if he
right
can
about
get to
that.
12.
You're right about that. Checks Landry at first. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Chargers up 11-0 in the top of the third. That one high. For ball one. Ooh, that one.
Hit by
that
pitch.
one hit him.
Yep. I think he did. He wore that one. He saw it coming at him, and he stayed in the way of it.
I like it.
Got to do that.
Late on the line.
Looked like
for the
it might have
squad.
been an off-speed pitch. Yeah, about time for this. Coach coming out, talked to pitcher McDaniel. Might be looking at a change here.
Oh, coach is not happy about that. Yeah, looks like they're gonna. Looks like number 4, the shortstop, Case Coble, will be coming in.
I've seen Coble make a couple of pretty long throws from
Yeah, he's done a
deep
good
short.
job.
He might be able to bring some gas.
Yeah, I feel like the left half of their infield's been the most consistent today.
Now pitching for Madill, number 4, Case Coble.
Well, while we get a little warm-up in, Pope, let's give some more sponsorship reads.
Yeah, we're down at, okay, so, yeah, Charger Vision would like to thank sponsor Joe Cooper Ford for their support. Visit their Edmond, Yukon, Shawnee, or Tulsa showroom, or check them out online at joecooperford.com to find your new ride. Joe Cooper Ford, home of the 10K deal. Yeah, and Charger Vision is also fueled by the continued sponsorship of RS Fuel Convenience Store. Make a pit stop on the south side of Memorial between Portland and May Avenue. High performance fuel for your car and for you. And looks like Fields and Futures. A huge thank you to Fields and Futures for supporting Charger Vision. Check them out at fieldsandfutures.com to find out how they're empowering coaches and kids to be something bigger than themselves. Fields and Futures, one field, one coach, one student at a time.
Yeah, Fields and Futures is big time. Pope, I don't know if you know much about them, but we've seen on the commercials as well. They redo fields in kind of the inner city schools, and they make sure that every athlete has a great field to play on. And I think they've done close to 50 fields in the metro area.
That is
so
amazing.
Pretty awesome stuff. I think Coble definitely a little bit of speed change compared to that one. Fooled Bowen right down the middle there for strike one. Just high. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Your Chargers lead 11-0 in the top half of the third. Landry Kyle on second. Max Hardberger on first.
Now Bowen, his batting average is a little low this year, but I'll tell you what, he has 20 RBIs. And nice rip at that one. Wynn might hold that up. Ooh, nice
good
play by the right fielder.
Charging there by Cody Tweedy for out number 3. Yeah, that's another one of those. It was a hard hit ball, but that wind blowing directly in from the north made it a hard play, but good play by Tweedy there. So through 3.5, our Chargers lead 11-0.
We are, see if we can hold them off here, Brett. We're currently approaching the 4-inning run rule with, 12 after 4. So,
yeah, it's been a pretty solid exhibition so far from the Chargers in this game too.
Be looking for the 15-year-old freshman phenom, Brigham Evans, to keep this going.
Let's see, we got old Charger alum Devin Crawford over there talking to Coach Seymour. Devin was a heck of a player for the Chargers. He's playing his baseball at Eastern Oklahoma right now. Unfortunately, got an injury, but he's a tough kid. He'll bounce back. You know, other than that north wind, I can't get over how good of a day it is for some baseball. Got the yard looking perfect. Got the free dogs at the concession stand. tough to beat, Pope.
No doubt about it. You know, I was just looking, Brett, at the Mercedes-Benz of OKC keys to victory, and I think we're following them. It's get the offense rolling early, pitch to contact, and be aggressive on the base paths.
Yep, there's strike one.
I'd say we have followed every one of those things.
Yep, there's no doubt about it. It's been good to see the intensity. You know, with the 16 and 13 record, maybe they lost their focus a couple times, obviously with some
play
younger
down
new
there.
guys, but 7 and 2 when it counts, and really being laser focused in this district matchup has been awesome. Great play by freshman Nick Keith. Speaking of youngsters,
Old Nick Keith did not look like a freshman there. Rifled that across the diamond.
yeah, old Nick Keith, you know, he'll be one of the guys who will be vying for a spot on our defense of some spots that opened up.
I think so. Yeah, between guys like Nick and Brigham, I think the future is looking bright.
Job there from Caden, blocking that one. A little low and outside. 1-1 count. There we go. Landry's seeing a lot of action over there at
He
second
sure
base.
has, Yep. Hadn't had an issue with anything that's come his way either.
Looks like we do have some action out there in the Charger bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, might be a good opportunity to get some
Experience.
other guys, some experience.
Yeah, it looks like we've got, who's out there? Blake Ring is out there. And I believe, I can't tell what the other number is.
Looks like Blake Ring is
Yeah,
the one who's warming up.
Yeah. That one low in the dirt. 3-0 count, 2 outs. See Brigham settle in here and throw a strike. There we go.
Nice
Good pitch.
He painted that outside part of the plate.
It's like you said, that key to the game, pitch to contact, really make these guys earn it.
Yep.
And ooh, that's a solid hit. Jake's out there. No problem for Jake.
To him, out number 3.
3 up and 3 down.
By the freshman phenom, Brigham.
Yeah, we're through 3 complete, and your Chargers lead 11-0. We will be right back after this commercial for the top of the 4th. All right, welcome back to Stadium 11 here on the campus of Heritage Hall, where you're visiting for Game 2 of this doubleheader. Heritage Hall Chargers lead 11-0 over the Madill Wildcats through 3 complete innings. Pope, I know we've talked about this. It seems pretty much the same, but dominant hitting by the Chargers, and Brigham has done a great job on the mound so far.
Yeah,
keeping the shutout.
Dominant hitting. Not only that, but we've still applied a lot of pressure on the base paths, and I think that kind of in line with the first game, the first pitcher McDaniel was paying a lot of attention to his base runners, so kind of took his eye off the ball, and I think it affected some of his pitching, frankly. But really, just an all-around great performance by the Chargers right now. I think that's why we are up 11-0.
Absolutely. All right, looks like we got Ethan. We got old Ethan in there,
Yep.
Creamer. That's what this is about. I mean, Chargers got off to a good lead. It's good to see some guys get in there and get some experience. This is another one of those hardworking kids. He's a pleasure to be around. I've been able to coach him and Charger Iron and stuff as well. He's a great kid.
Oh, what year is he, Brett?
Senior.
Okay.
I like it. He's going. Hey, he got a shot. Took a few hacks.
Now batting pitcher number 1, Brigham Evans.
That'll bring up the pitcher, Brigham Evans.
Freshman phenom, Brigham Evans.
He's been solid on the mound. Let's see him get a base rip right here.
He has been dialed in today. A lot of great swings, foul balls, but I think, oh, there it is again. He's right on it.
I know, just let's see him get one. Build that confidence heading into regionals.
Chasing something maybe a little outside there. Get 0 balls, 2 strikes, off speed.
Just outside. Yeah, Coble kind of goes back to the pace of more like Nixon in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell the Chargers were dialed in on McDaniel, the first pitcher.
Yep.
But and they're getting a little fooled by some of the off-speed
Some of the slower
pitches.
stuff, yeah, that's where we've struggled just a little bit.
Wind's going to carry that one foul.
Out of here.
Ooh.
Almost hit the security guard car. Campus police.
Ooh. That was close. All right, 2-2 count. 1 out. That's top of the 4th.
Ah.
Good pitch there from Coble. Gets the strikeout. So there are 2 outs in the top half of the 4th. That'll bring freshman Nick Keith to the plate.
A couple strikeouts for Coble this inning, Brett.
Yeah, he's stopped the bleeding ever since he came in, no doubt about it.
Yep.
Good pitch there from Coble for strike 1.
That's gonna get down.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
I think you got to score that a hit.
I think the home dugout will score that a hit for Nick
Yeah.
Keith,
Now coming to the plate, designated hitter
and they do.
Colby Lewis.
Yes, they do.
They do.
That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Colby Lewis. Colby reached and then stole every base last time.
did,
Got
yeah,
a
I
little
think he
frustrated as
was-
they threw it to try to pick him off 12 times.
I think that it was a mistake for the pitcher to do that because it backfired. Colby got in his head big time.
Really liked that one, but fouled it off.
Colby, another young stud on the Charger team, just a sophomore.
Oh, that one's hit hard. That's going to hold up, though, unfortunately, straight to the center fielder. And that will be out number 3. So Chargers unable to score a run in an inning for the first time in this ball game, and it'll remain 11-0 through 4.5. 3.5, I apologize. Yeah, Coble's done a good job, Pope, since he's entered the ball game.
He sure has. But they needed that. If we get to that 12-run mark, that would be that in the 4th inning.
Yep, and looks like that'll do it for Brigham Evans on the mound. He pitched 3 innings, gave up 2 hits and 0 runs. So it looks like we're going to get senior Blake Ring in there.
There we go. Looks like Blake has a little bit of a
Pope,
sidearm action.
Pope, this will make you feel young. Do you know who his dad is?
No, I don't.
Mr. Ring.
There we go. Oh
Mr.
my-
Ring.
Yep, okay. That adds up.
Absolutely, man. That makes me
Golly.
feel old.
middle school teacher.
There's our middle school English teacher. grow up fast, Pope.
They sure do. Yeah, Blake is a 6'3" senior. Has
He
a
got
pretty
some good stuff.
Yeah, he
I
does.
like
He
it.
has a kind of unique delivery.
Well, since we haven't done the reads in this second game, if you just joined us, the Chargers soccer team finished up the regular season on Tuesday with a match against traditional powerhouse Woodward. The girls scored a senior night victory in a thrilling 3-2 penalty kick shootout win after keeper Avery Freeman made 3 saves. 3 saves out of 5 in a shootout is big time for a keeper. So I know Coach Freeman was fired up about that. Unfortunately, the boys, we were without Connor Carey, our top goal-scoring threat, so we took a 6-2 loss, but had a great group of seniors, and they really, did well for the soccer program for 4 years, and certainly left it in a better place than, they found it. So, also, the Charger tennis squad is gearing up for trophy season, as they like to call it. Earlier this week, the Charger boys placed third at a very deep Tulsa Union tournament. Will Kaiser, number 1 singles, finished first. Brendan Baird took first at number 2 singles. The girls' trip to Union on Tuesday was canceled, unfortunately, due to the weather. Regionals are quickly approaching as the postseason begins April 29th. The boys are gunning for a 6th straight title and 21st in program history, while the girls are going for back-to-back and the program's 24th state championship.
Golly.
Pretty impressive stuff. I like that little
it's
submarine action.
Yeah, kind of looks like I don't think anyone under the age of 30 will get this reference, but kind of a right-handed Dennis Eckersley.
I like it. Oh, that one hit hard. Nice play there by the Fuzzies feature player, Max Hardberger. That was definitely the best hit ball by Madill today, but unfortunately with that wind, it's not going to go anywhere. He hit that pretty hard to center. But nonetheless, that's 1 out. The longest out of the day so far for the Wildcats. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Ethan Nixon. Pope, I know who Dennis Eckersley was, or is. I played baseball growing up.
Yep.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks were a much better team than the Cardinals or whatever other team you played for. I don't remember.
I disagree.
We pounded you guys. You thought you were good, but you weren't. It's okay.
Ah.
That one drops down. That's even
Probably
though
a play.
he probably feels like
Yeah.
he should have made it, but even
Tough play.
the short ones in this wind, he probably thought it was going to carry a little further and misjudged it a bit. Let's see how they scored it a hit.
Now batting number 10, Aaron Van.
I think that's fair. Maybe. We'll take
Yeah.
it, though.
I think he probably could have made that play, but yeah, wind definitely was a factor.
But, well, Wildcats have a runner. Nixon's on first. That brings up the left-hander, Aaron Van. That one high for ball 1. Still just umpire. Signal's just high. Sorry. Good pitch there from Blake. It's going to be fouled off on top of the Stevenson again. All right, 2-1 the count, 1 out, runner on first. Aaron Van, the batter for Madill. almost high again. I do feel like with that pitch, I feel like the only place you can really miss is high.
Yep.
3-1. There he goes, gets it in there. Fouls that off again, making the count full.
Yeah, it looks like Blake has been a pretty solid middle reliever for the Chargers this year.
Good pitch.
Oh, there you go.
Rings
Wow.
him up. Get it?
Batter
You see what I did there?
Yeah, that was. Hey,
Rings
that
him up.
works. That works.
I didn't even mean to do that.
Zinger.
Felt like Jim Nance right there.
Yeah, so that might be. That looks like Blake's 8th strikeout of the season.
That's a good pitch there. I like that.
Tell you what, that delivery has got to confuse some of these hitters.
No, definitely.
There it is.
Oh.
Looks like he might be finding a groove
Got
there.
a little excited there, the umpire. It's good to see these seniors on their last games at Stadium 11.
Little hit and run there.
Good
That's
job
a
from
nice
Bowen.
play.
Nicely done by Blake
Well executed.
for out number 3. So we are through 4 complete innings. Your Heritage Hall Chargers lead the Madill Wildcats 11-0. We will be right back after this.
Since 2014, our fans have been the backbone of the club. Fans keep supporting us on the field, in the community, and are the driving force of our success. Our fans create an exciting atmosphere that drives charisma, excellence, and passion. Energy fans, we thank you and welcome you to year number 5.
We're changing healthcare and our name. Now we are SSM Health St. Anthony. But who we are on the inside is still the same. A community of saints in action who have always been a part of SSM Health, making healthcare more accessible when and where you need it. SSM Health St. Anthony. We are saints in action.
And we're back to action here. About to begin the top half of the 5th inning. Your Chargers are leading 11-0 over the Madill Wildcats. Started off with 5 in the top half of the 1st, 4 in the top of the 2nd, 2 in the top of the 3rd for the Chargers. If you just joined us, it's the 2nd game of the doubleheader, so your Heritage Hall Chargers are the visiting team, even though we're at here at Stadium 11, Stevenson Field. But that'll bring up Jake LaForce. I will say, Pope, Madill's kind of settled in, though, since Coble's taken over on the mound.
Yep. But nothing to complain about for the Chargers just all day long, Brad. It's been pretty dominant showing by Heritage Hall.
Absolutely, and that's what you need to see as we move forward towards regionals. It looks like regionals will be played May 2nd through the 4th at Kingfisher. So we'll have Kingfisher, who's 27-4, the Clinton Red Tornadoes, who is 22-9, and the Sulphur Bulldogs, who are 18-12. So we essentially have about 1/3 of our football schedule in this regional coming up. So I imagine that there will be just a little bit of intensity at that regional.
Little banter going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, those are 3 powerhouse schools and a bunch of sports. So that'll be a fun regional. That'll be fun to see. Yeah, we eliminated Kingfisher last year in regionals here on our field to make the trip to the state championship. Played a really close one with them in football. I believe it was 35-28 to clinch the district championship, and then Kingfisher got us in basketball in the state final. That's two of the better teams I've seen play high school basketball in a long time. So that should be fun. Just a little bit. Get out to Kingfisher and check it out.
Nice.
Jake, there we go. Good base hit.
Nice base knock. Got a couple base knocks for him today, Brett.
Yeah, Jake he's having a memorable final couple games here at Stevenson Field, Pope.
Hitting for Jacksonville, number 42, Caleb Kalsic.
All right. Got a new hitter in. We got Caleb Kalsic, another freshman.
And I like this. This is a good opportunity to get some of your players who don't play as much some at bats, Brett.
Absolutely. Good pitch there from Coble for strike one. That one
might
into
get
right.
down.
It does get
That
down
does
for a
get
base
down.
hit for the freshman.
That's got to feel good as a freshman, Brett.
Absolutely. Good experience. Get a base hit in a postseason game. Good sign for the future, Pope.
Now batting second baseman, number 2,
Landry Kyle.
See if Landry can have a repeat performance.
Yeah, this more than likely is going to be his last at bat here at home in the Charger uniform. So let's see if he can take advantage of it. Put another one out there. Why not? Takes that one. Strike one. I think Landry thought it was a little low.
Not the pitch he needs to go deep again, Brett.
No. Oh, he wanted that
went
one.
after that.
Sure did. A little in front of that one. Strike two. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Jake LaForce on second, Caleb Kalsic on first, and senior Landry Kyle at the plate. Sorry, junior Landry Kyle. God, I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't know what I'm thinking.
It's about where Coble likes to bring his curveball. There it is. Little outside.
Yeah, I was way off there. I don't know why. I skipped a year for Landry. He's only a junior.
Oh, okay, good.
So he'll have plenty more at bats here.
Good.
Last at bat of the season here. And
Nice
another.
little poke. That's a base hit.
Yeah, it is a base hit. Good job there from the shortstop for keeping that in, making sure no runs scored, but it's another hit for Landry. He's having a heck of a ball game.
Landry is en route to an MVP type performance for this game, Brett.
Max Hardberger looks like he's going from the other side of the plate here, Pope.
Didn't expect this.
Now Max is a senior, so might as well let it fly.
Yeah, why not? When you're the Fuzzies feature player of the game
Yep.
and a senior, go for it.
Had the music on, rookie PA announcer. Unbelievable. We can't hear it from here because it's blowing away.
Nope.
Nice to get scolded by an umpire every once in a while. All right, 1-1 the count. No outs. Bases loaded. Lefty Max Hardberger. Big cut.
Good eye.
Good eye, taking that one low.
He does look comfortable up there from the left side of the plate.
Strike 3 there. I like it though.
Yeah.
Give it a go on the other side of the plate. All right, so 1 out, bases loaded. That'll bring up Bowen Bridges, the first baseman.
Bowen is an RBI man, Brett, so
Yep.
I think he's going to like getting up there right now.
Low and away for ball 1.
That's going
Bowen with a good
to
cut. The wind's holding that up.
might
It's going to be
what
right
we
to the
need there to
center.
get to that 12, Brett.
Oh,
Did he drop that?
he did drop it.
That takes the Chargers to 12.
Did he drop it or did he drop it on the exchange? I kind of lost it in the sun there. I think he did drop it. So,
He's got a little bit of anger out there. That's rightfully so.
that plate's another run, though, for the Chargers. Brings up Ethan. Good eye there. Good eye there. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. 1 out. Bases remain loaded for the Chargers. Oh, base rip. Yes, sir. Oh, he's going for two. He's got the speed. Absolutely. Scores 2 more for the Chargers.
RBI double.
Look at the dugout right there. That tells you everything about how much they care for that kid. That's a big-time hit. You love to see that. That's good stuff right there.
What's the backstory there, Brett?
I believe this is his first year playing.
He sure didn't look like it on that swing.
I think it's his first year in high school playing.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but that's big time. He's a great kid. As you can see by the dugout reaction, that's what it's all about right there. Big E with the double. Love it. Is that Blake Ring up?
Looks like
the
it.
pitcher, yeah. Oh,
Nice
good cut.
rip.
He wanted it. I like it. 2-1, 1 out. 14-0 Chargers. That's more our type of score, Pope.
It does look a little bit like football, Brett.
Couple touchdowns out there. Blake strikes out. That'll bring up freshman Nick Keith. 2 outs. Runners on second and third.
Nick is one of those guys who makes the future look very bright, Brett.
Definitely. Fouls that one off for strike 1. Hey, Luke. Ethan is a senior, right? What? Ethan is a senior, right? Yeah. I didn't see him on the roster. That one high for ball 1. I didn't see him. I might just be missing it, though. Good eye there from Nick.
That high stuff.
Good eye there. Nick's older brother Connor is number 32. Be interested to see if we see him next inning. He is a stud linebacker for us, Pope.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
That might be the, yep.
That is out number 3. So we are through 4.5, and your Chargers lead Madill 14-0. So as long as the Chargers do not give up 6 runs, this ball game will be over after this inning, Pope.
Yeah, Brett, that's it's been an all-around solid performance. I mean, you can only say it so many times, but we've just dominated on every level this game. Bunch of great hits, 3-run bomb by Landry Kyle, solid pitching from freshman phenom Brigham Evans. So, all in all, we just have had a dominant showing tonight, Brett.
Yeah, it's been good. And it's good to see guys like Blake come in and do well on the mound, and then like we saw Ethan with that double right there.
Yep.
You know, that's fun to see these guys, especially in their last game here at the Stevenson Field at Stadium 11.
Yeah, I mean, the guys that we've brought in also, I mean, they're playing like starters, frankly.
Yeah, they're doing a good job.
Base hits, doing a really good job.
Let's see, have all the seniors been in there today?
Yeah, Max.
Yeah, I think so.
That looks like it.
I think there's 5 of them. Well, Mart's not playing today, but He's usually regular in the lineup, but
Looks like he's got a sprained ankle, maybe. Is that?
yeah, I think he'll be ready to go. I think it's more precautionary than anything.
Okay.
All right, that'll bring up the designated hitter, Jason Queen. Blake with a good pitch there for strike one. That's going to bring out Coach Seymour. Let's see, he's
interesting time for a I think this is all about just getting different guys reps.
Yeah, I think he's getting some of the seniors out, Pope, so make sure that they can get an ovation here in their last game.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a defensive replacement for Heritage Hall coming out of the game, and we ask that you please join us in a big round of applause for seniors Jake LaForce, Max Hardberger, Ethan Creamer, Blake Green, and Mr. Mark Smith.
Yeah, it's
Thank each and every one of you for your contribution to the Heritage Hall baseball program, and you will be missed.
That's cool. You like to see that. These guys getting the ovation they deserve as they, played their last game here at Stadium 11. This group's been to 3 state tournaments. Hoping to make it 4th. Hoping to make it 4 this season. So, pretty good stuff from these guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for Heritage Hall, number 3, Jackson Joe.
Going to bring in one of the Flow Bros to finish this thing out. This guy has some gas, Pope. Just letting you know.
He is throwing smoke.
Now playing center field, Davis Duncan. And our new left fielder, Daniel Allen.
We will we'll try to get these replacements in. Let's see. Yeah, we get freshman.
Joe might be throwing about 90, buddy.
Yeah, he can scrape 90, I believe. I've seen him throw a football about 80, so 80 yards. Just throw it up to Connor Carey. Let him go get it. I think he might be the first person to ever overthrow Billy.
Oh, man.
But let's see. In left field, we've got freshman Gannon Allen. Center field, I believe we have sophomore Davis Duncan. And then in right field, we have junior number 32, Connor Keith. Like we said, Jackson Joe moves to the hill. I believe we have, who else is in there? I believe number 13, Tyler O'Fell, is in there at third. Is that Nick Keith at second? And I think the rest remain the same. All right, we're about ready to go. Let's see if Jackson will come in with no balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the bottom of the 5th with a 14-0 lead. So if he can get these 3 outs, this ball game will be over, and we'll advance to the regionals at Kingfisher. Like I said, it'll be a regional with Kingfisher 27-4, Clinton 22-9, and Sulphur 18-12. And that'll take place May 2nd through 4th. Jackson steps in, and that's
That's going to be tough.
That is a fastball right down the middle for strike 2. Imagine we'll see another fastball, Pope. And we do. Strike 3. So Blake gets the first strike. Jackson comes in for strike 2 and 3. There is 1 out in the bottom of the 5th.
I like the move, though, getting Jackson a couple batters for regional.
I'm with you. Let's see who's at the plate. That's
Can't tell. Number 5.
number 5. Don't have a 5 on this roster.
Do not.
Oh, number 5, Trey Gamble. Sorry about that. There we go. the catcher. If you're tuned into Charger Vision, you missed the draft. The Arizona Cardinals select with the first pick from the University of Oklahoma, quarterback Kyler Murray.
Wow.
Can't wait to watch that. That one fouled out of play. We've got 3 balls, 1 strike, and an out.
That actually
Sorry, 2 strikes. I apologize. I apologize. Strike 3.
Absolute smoke. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jackson Jobe.
I talked to Coach Seymour for the alumni game. He's going to get Jackson on the hill to pitch to you. So
That's terrifying, Brett.
Yeah. I told him to just throw it inside the first couple times, and then you'll be
High and
bailed
tight, see
out.
what happens, yeah.
Yep. It's going to bring up number 8, Isaac Eads. Madill down to their final out. See if Jackson can strike out the side. Ooh, and I think I jinxed him. I feel bad about that. Yeah, that couldn't have felt good.
Coming to the plate for Madill, number 3, Wilby Roberts.
So that'll bring up number 3, Wilby Roberts, the second baseman.
Yeah, no surprise. I'm just looking back at some of Jackson's pitching stats. He has struck out 3 batters this season.
There. No throw. Runner gets the second. All right, it's nice to see Madill's not laying down. They're not giving up. Keep playing. You never know what can happen.
Looks like he's got a less than 1 ERA also.
That is a fastball down the middle for strike 1. One count, 2 outs, runner on second. Roberts at the plate for Madill. That one outside for ball 2.
Brett, my wish did not come true. The wind is still howling out here.
Yes, it is. It actually feels pretty good, though, coming out of the northwest again, whipping into the press box up here. Good pitch from Jackson for strike 2.
92-mile-an-hour fastball in the inside corner.
I can't imagine we'll see anything besides a fastball right here. I don't know, though. I'm not a baseball guy.
I wouldn't expect it unless he's just wanting to work on something. I feel like this is more of just practice for him at this point.
Strike 3, and that'll do it, folks.
Incredibly good pitch.
Jackson Jobe comes in to finish off the work with 3 strikeouts. Your Chargers take game 2, 14-0, after they've taken game 1, 7-1, and will advance to play in the regionals next week at Kingfisher. We will be right back after this commercial break to talk to our players of the games, of both games. We'll have 2 interviews. We'll have that coming up after this commercial.
I've seen a loss.
All right, folks, welcome back to Stadium 11, Stevenson Field, where you just saw the Chargers win Game 1 7-1 and Game 2 14-0. Great performances all around by the Chargers. Game 1, Pope, like you said, aggressive base running, good pitching, good hitting, got the game done. And then kind of just all-out domination in Game 2. Really confident stuff on the mound from all the pitchers, and great hitting, especially from Landry Kyle. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you saw today, Pope?
Oh, I think, Brett, you just summed it up. I mean, I'd really say, though, the thing that stood out the most was our aggressive base running. I think that's something we need to, take to regionals with us, because get a pitcher off his rhythm, it can really, really change the game. And that's what we saw, especially in the first game, was the Chargers just being super aggressive on the base paths. And I think it just set the tone for the whole game. Game 2, nothing went wrong that game, Brett. I mean, we hit the ball. I mean, great pitching from several different pitchers. I mean, just nothing to complain about for the Chargers.
Absolutely. It's, great to see Coach Seymour's squad get another district championship for the Heritage Hall Charger baseball program. I know that's at least 5 in a row. I feel like it's a lot more than that, but I for sure know 5. But, down there, you can see the squad down there taking the team picture with the trophy. But like we said here at Heritage Hall, especially with the baseball program, this isn't the expectation. They're expecting to go out to regionals next week and make another berth at the state tournament.
I am glad that we got to see Jackson Jobe just get in there, close it out, get a couple reps in before we head to regionals. I think he's going to be pretty important on the mound for us once we head there.
Oh, yeah, both the Flow Bros are going to be on the hill in regionals.
That's what I like to hear, and that's what we need, the Flow Bros.
Absolutely. It'll, hopefully we can get out there and watch a couple of those games, because I expect it'll be heated competition out there, like I said, with Kingfisher and Clinton and Sulphur. So we're familiar with each other in multiple sports. So I imagine that the fans will get a little ruckus out there, and it'll be a great environment for some baseball.
Scuff it up a little bit.
Hey, and always on the way back from Kingfisher or on the way to, you can make that pit stop there in Okarche at Ishan. So
there you go. Oh yeah.
It's hard to pass up a trip out there, Pope. But like I said, this has been a fun night. I'm glad we got to call these baseball games in this district postseason that mean a lot out here.
No, it's fun getting to see everyone out here doing so well, and we've got a young team, really, if you think about it. So we've got a bunch of young, really good players too. So the future it looks bright for Heritage Hall baseball. Definitely,
it's a great mix. You can tell a lot of youngsters out there, but also it was cool to see that in that last inning there, all those seniors get honored on their last game out here, and kind of they all made an impact. It was great to see Blake Ring get on the mound and do well. It was great to see Ethan with that double. That's awesome to see. And then obviously everyday guys like Jake and Max and those guys. It's fun to see them get after it, and a lot of great experience for these guys. And as we head forward into postseason play, this is when it really starts to matter. May and high school baseball is big time. So
who is what's going on with the player of the game, Brett? Who's the MVP?
The Texadelphia player of the game is going to be Mr. Landry Kyle. We're getting him up here for an interview shortly, but talk about Landry a little bit before you get out of here.
Oh, look, he's a total stud. He's Flowbro number 2 between him and Jackson. And I mean, what was he? He was 4 for 4. He had a 3-run jack.
Yep.
I know he had he ripped another one up the middle.
4 ribbies, 3 runs.
RBIs, 3 runs. So
and really, I mean, he saw the most action I think of any fielder as well, and he was obviously solid there.
No errors at all. I mean, just really, really smooth out there at second base. So
that's what he's good on the hill too. So it'll be fun to watch him get out there. But like you said, it was great. Why don't you talk about a little bit more about Thomas Pope? He was our Texadelphia MVP in the first game.
First game MVP. It sounds like he's such a stud. He actually had to get out of here and go to what was it?
I think it was the state chorus competition.
State chorus competition. Okay, so after throwing a 1-run, almost shutout basically in game 1 of this district, he had to get out of here and go take care of some business at the chorus competition. But the whole game, I mean, he really was just in control. I think he had 1 walk, but really just hitting his spots the entire game. He kept Madill just confused, throwing a lot of varying between his fastball speeds. It almost seemed like really strong changeup. He lived up in the zone, which is that's a hard thing to do sometimes. But they couldn't touch it when he was throwing it high and tight. So
yeah, he did a good job, and that's kind of sums up a Heritage Hall student athlete. They pitch in a postseason baseball game, and then they got to go join their chorus mates and compete in the chorus state championship. So that's a well-rounded kid right there, and was fun to see him go to work in the first game, and obviously awesome to see Landry go to work in game 2.
I would say though the thing that really stood out to me was you didn't know what he was going to throw at any point, so he just kept him guessing.
Absolutely. Well, Pope, let's take one more commercial break, and then we will have the interview with our Texadelphia MVP, Landry Kyle.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat.
The world's finest automobiles, featured at Oklahoma City's finest dealership, Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. During the grand opening event, lease a new 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 SUV for $459 a month. Mercedes-Benz luxury in a new location. It's the grandest of openings.
Hi, I'm Todd Bondy, operating partner at Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City, and I'd like to personally invite you to the grand opening of our brand new state-of-the-art facility in Edmond off the Broadway extension.
All right, Charger fans, welcome back to Stadium 11. We're up here in the first base press box here with Texadelphia most valuable player, Landry Kyle. Landry, heck of a game, man. 4 for 4, 4 ribbies, 3 runs. Obviously had a lot of action coming at you in the field. But first and foremost, for the fans at home, tell us how that ripped left felt.
Didn't even think it was gone, honestly. That was a line drive, and it just kept carrying.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that's what we said today with this north wind, which we don't have very often here at Stadium 11. We said the only way one was getting out of here, Pope, actually maybe 2 minutes before you hit it. So the only way one's getting out of here is if you hook it to left, and that thing came off the bat, and it was out of town. That was pretty fun to watch. But, Pope and I came up with a new nickname for the middle of the infield, the Flow Bros. So,
I heard.
You and Jackson look smooth out there, and it's probably the strength of our defense. So tell us a little bit about what's going on between you two out there.
We're just trying to have fun, just mix it up, trying to turn some double plays, just make the best of it.
Absolutely. I know the 16 and 13 might not have been the exact record you guys wanted coming into this, but in the big games, you guys are 7-2. Obviously showed great focus today and taking care of Madill. And at Heritage Hall, this is kind of the part of the season that we really thrive for and really prepare for. So, what are you guys thinking heading into a tough regional at Kingfisher with Kingfisher, Clinton, and Sulphur? That's
where we want to go, where the competition is. I think the past 3 years we've knocked Kingfisher out, and we're looking to do it again this year.
Absolutely. That's what we love to hear, and it was a blast. Tell us a little bit. It was cool to see the seniors, get their due today. Ethan with the big hit. Yeah. Obviously, Jake and Max doing a great job. Blake getting out there on the mound. Tell us a little bit about what those guys mean to the program and how cool it was to kind of see that for them today.
They mean everything. They set the foundation of the program. They've been to state all 3 years, and they've just been great leaders and great people for us on the team.
Yeah, and that's cool. It's fun to watch you guys because, yes, the expectation is to go to a state tournament, and it's fun to watch, especially in sports that I don't coach, is to watch these, other guys like you get after it and compete and really, try to live up to those expectations. And I really can't wait for the regional. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, there's no love lost between us and a lot of those teams there. So it'll be fun. Thank you for spending some time with us. It was an awesome game, and good luck for the rest of the way. Landry, great job, man.
Thank you.
Our Texadelphia most valuable player. All right, Charger fans, that's 2 wins for the Chargers, 7-1 in Game 1 and 14-0 in Game 2. They'll be back in action next week, May 2nd through the 4th at the regionals at Kingfisher. It'll be us, Kingfisher, Sulphur, and Clinton. So we expect some great baseball coming down the wire in the postseason, and it'll be fun to go root these boys on and hopefully get another berth in the state tournament. So for Pope Van Cleef, I'm Brett Bogert. Charger Pride, everybody.